Midas just picked up one of his own, so they should not be too greedy with this, because one team fight is all that MRR needs to turn this game around.
Yeah, no, you're right. And man, how about Midas? 224 gold per minute. He honestly wasn't doing that great in the beginning. You know, it was an unfavorable matchup.
Look at Punk Pang. Like, I have no idea how he can be at 350 gold per minute.
Yeah.
Like, he's got 2 devs. He hasn't necessarily been having any place to farm because the Legion team has been occupying his forest non-stop. But still, somehow, he's at 350 gold per minute. That's 100 almost more than Flensmeister. And that's just so impressive on his part, because usually Silhouette is so dependent on the laning phase as well, because he doesn't necessarily have that farming tool like a Clanks with that boom ability or anything like that. She just got the auto attacks, so keeping this 350 gold per minute up just shows that he knows this hero to perfection.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I was actually realizing that too earlier, how he was still about 300 GPM even with the death early on, and what seemed like Swift played kind of doing very well against him. But yeah, Punk Pang, obviously, as you're pointing out, very comfortable with the hero and knows what he's doing with it. So that Null Stone is just around the corner right now. And then, of course, you figure the portal key on top of that, that helps give him that extra mobility and ultimately a chance to really start taking off this game.
Something. I'm not entirely sure what it was. Was it the portal key? Yes, it was the portal key. And Astro timing is going to be delivered as well. So they got a big timing here coming for them. The question is, do they want to take this into the offensive? Do they want to bring it or force a team fight? I think they do. I don't think they want to wait for Magnus to acquire a portal key of his own.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, the double portal key now with Behemoth and Swiftblade. As you mentioned, the Astrolabe also just being finished. You know, what better time is there going to be, right? Where, sure, you got the portal key on Midas, but you're still trying to even finish the Nullstone on Silhouette.
You're going to make it, by the way. He's got an invisibility rune. Is he going to go for it, though? I think he is. He's greedy. He wants
maybe with
it.
the creep wave. Maybe with the creep wave.
He's going to time it. Damn, I don't know.
Yeah.
Would he have been able to get that? I mean, Silhouette wasn't a guilty boots. 900 health. Level 2 Shockwave. I almost feel like it would have been possible.
Ancients. Oh, this could be big if he gets her in time.
There's no Word of Revelation. Veil Drop Magnus, though.
Big. No, the Ancients die, though. Oh, if they're still barely alive.
He can go for the kill, but...
Oh, he jumps on 2. He gets the one in a Rhapsody. Looks like there's a stop. Yeah! He gets both kills. What a play by Mickey. Might come to cost, though. He's going to take transmit to the face, and it looks like... Oh my God, the red stun from Insania. Behemoth still alive. He has a portal key 2 seconds. Mickey will actually survive. He's going back in, baby. Yellow, I guess. Magnus, the Fencer's done. Yes, gets it on Magnus. Behemoth will fall. But so far, 3 for 1. Let's make it a 4 for 1. Sync Sports, a.k.a. Mickey, making the big plays right there.
That he did. That was amazing. Well played by Mickey. Of course, sacrificing himself in the end, but they got 2 additional kills for it. So a 4 versus 1. That's definitely not a bad trade.
Absolutely not. And, you know, we know Mickey loves to just go crazy like that, but man, I don't know if many players would have done what he just did right there. But he's like, you know what? Why not? And boy, was it big. Now,
okay,
middle tower. Yeah, Port's coming in.
I don't think they can break this, though. Astro is still on Parasite.
Dr. Repulsor locking down Swiftblade. He does have Swift Slashes, but he couldn't get it off. Great lockdown right there. Magnus in the meantime, Steam trying to destroy. Water Rev goes down just in case, but Aluna is going to end up falling.
Can they get more, though? They need more.
But guess what? Mickey's back. No Shockwave, but big burst on a Dr. Repulsor. That's the illusion now in Silhouette. The real one's running away. Rhapsody, she's trying to get caught, or may get caught, but Staccato stun preventing that. So
Midas is out now. What's that buybacks? That was free buybacks,
by the way. Yeah, Sync Esports, they're known for doing this. I mean, they're not afraid to use buybacks really.
They're not going to be able to break the base though, so that was a little bit of an overreaction from their part. That's, I mean, sure, they're known for it. It was a good fight, but still, they were so far away from that fight. I mean, they were fighting just outside of the Hellborn base, so I mean, just them running over there without ball keys, it's going to take quite some time. So free buybacks this early on into the game, that's actually a big deal.
Yeah, no, I think that's a case of letting the hype get to them a little too much. They're probably really excited, you know, after some big plays that were just being made. The 3 buybacks, yeah, I do agree. It's maybe was a little over the top right there, but I will say allow them to kind of group up now, you know, push bottom. We'll see where they go from here. They do have an 8,700 goal lead and a 7,100 experience lead. So Sync Esports right now, they are in a very good spot to say the least.
Yeah, they got a Shockwave up on Behemoth once again, and as long as they keep the pressure up, the buyback situation shouldn't be too much of a problem. Maybe they just wanted to get rid, or maybe they just wanted to buy out, just buy time for their team and just prevent Silhouette from getting that Nullstone or getting that farm. And Dr. Repulsor is saying, what happens in the mid?
Well, I'm not sure how it started, but Doctor was somehow found by Mickey, and all of a sudden Swiftblade comes in as well with that good old R button, gets the kill. Top lane, that's the illusion now, so I think so? That's the illusion, right? Yeah, okay. Hard to tell sometimes with this hero, but no, so they just pick it off. But yeah, so Doctor gets found. I don't know. God, I feel like we're going to be saying this often, but Punk Ping, he's still over 400 gold per minute, despite, you know, some fights taking place right here and him dying a couple times. But hey, like that matters, right?
He wasn't part of that fight when Behemoth got that amazing shockwave out after that invisibility rune. He was just farming throughout that, and now he's close to getting the tier 1 tower top here, so he's going to be the leading gold per minute hero in this game in the near future. Actually, he is right now.
Yeah. No, he's it's ridiculous at over 400 gold per minute. Yeah. You know what also is kind of ridiculous, though? The fact that Keizu on Swiftblade is leading the GPM charts for Sync right now, and in fact keeping toe-to-toe with Silhouette. But also Sync doing what they are known for doing, sharing a lot of the farm amongst one another. The 4 farmers over 370 gold per minute really plus. I mean, that is absurd at 21 minutes into the game. But Sync Esports, it's all coming together, it seems like.
Yeah, it is. I feel like they should keep the pressure up, though. They got such an enormous lead here, so I feel like it would be a bad idea to just give it up.
Yeah.
They got vision as well. I mean, look at Insane with the ward. They are really, really offensive. And look at his gold per minute, by the way. 245 gold per minute. That's almost the same as both the supports from the Hellborn team. But look at his item. He only got the Steam Boots, while Magnus got 1.5k gold saved up. So it's safe to say that he spent a lot of that gold on vision, and therefore they need to take advantage over that, because otherwise that's wasted gold.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that he does not have his portal key, just in fact, I'm pretty sure he just bought another ward, or yeah, Veldrot right there. So they're going to try for some kind of nice little gank right here. And that's something I did notice in the, especially against Complexity, I think it was, in the first series of the tournament. They love the Veiled Rot, man. They use it very, very frequently in these matches. So they're going to try right here.
They're going for the bot lane, but also at the top lane. Look at Behemoth and Swiftblade. They are going into the forest. There is a War of Revelation, though, here. Doesn't affect Veiled Rot, of course, but they're going to find Rhapsody. That's just a small kill, though. That doesn't matter. 200 gold cost for the Veiled Rot, and the time, of course, spent into the kill. They are probably not too happy with that one. It's an alright trade, but not optimal.
Oh my gosh, Puppet Master gonna get away as Magnus used the shockwave
and
right
look at
there.
the ports,
and
looking to turn this one around, but
Nope.
nice heads up by the Dr. Pulsar flying out.
Yeah, he had the Assassin Shroud, looked to open onto them, but obviously, as you pointed out, Dr. Repulsor kind of picked up on that, realized that he needed to get the hell on out of there.
That's additional gold spent from Sync side, by the way. They used 3 ports simply because of that, and now they're wasting a lot of time once again. So MMR or MRR are doing a great job at just keeping Sync distracted. Even when they have this kind of a big lead, Sync Esports does not feel or is confident enough to break base. And look at all the offensive wards from Insane. They have all ran out. There's just one left up here at the top lane, and it's going to be gone in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's, well, just about, yeah. To be wearing off right there. So we'll see if Insania is able to kind of get another round of wards going up here for this Legion side. But yeah, going back to Slapped in his build, the Astrolabe, but also now the Abyssal Skull follow-up. So going very T-Sport heavy. This is going to be a free kill, maybe? Yeah, he does have Swift Slashes, but not going to use it. I guess really not necessary, even with the kind of the Mist Vision stun. It does wall him off, and yeah, with Parasite there and everyone, it's Time Pico kind of is playing like as a movable ward right now. He's just he's letting the team know where they are, because this is, again, Silhouette sees that, and he's at the top lane here. Going to play very safe, but I guess that's where it's kind of working for MRR. But yeah, obviously, deaths are never a good thing ultimately.
Nope, it's not. And that's not, especially not when Sync Esports got 4 heroes above that 350 mark.
Man, Magnus, still no portal key. 23.5 minutes in, 1750 gold. I don't know. I almost want to say this really is a fault of MRR. You got to be prioritizing that farm, but it seems like they're trying it on Midas, Doctor, and of course Silhouette. So Magnus is just kind of fending for himself, and he still doesn't have the PK, but yeah, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, it truly is, and he spent a lot of the gold on that Veiled Rot instead. I feel like really, if you want to go for the Veiled Rot ganks, I mean, someone else can buy it for Magnus. It's that simple. You don't necessarily have to buy it yourself. As a support player, for example, I mean, you do it all the time. I'm sure that Time Pico could have spent another extra gold to give that on to Magnus instead.
Well, how about the choice, too, by Chitawan right here, playing the Dr. Repulsor. He goes to Ring of Sorcery, and usually when we see that, that just breaks up and develops into an Icon of the Goddess. But he actually buys a Mighty Blade now, and 2,300 gold saved up, so I'm guessing we're just going to see the next item, Shrunken Head, here.
Very likely. Usually, Icon of the Goddess is the kind of item that you want to pick up when you got the lead in the game and you just want to steamroll. You know, when you got the flow going, you got the map control, you can easily find kills, but in this game, it definitely wouldn't have helped his farming ability whatsoever, because they haven't been able to get too much kills from Sync's heroes, and therefore going just for the Big B instead to stop the Shockwave, to stop the Puppet Master, and Slapped, of course.
Yeah. Punk Bang, Well, he's still on top. 430 gold per minute. He is continuing to do very, very well, of course, for this Hellborn side. Bottom lane. In the meantime, Puppet Master being caught himself. Puts out the Voodoo Puppet. Token of Life going to be used right there. Coming right back up. The Creep's doing so much damage with the Voodoo Puppet, and yep, might as well fall. So good kill ultimately by Flensmeister. Tokens down, but hey, he got a kill out of it.
Yeah, I think that's worth it. I mean, I don't think that Sync Esports necessarily would have committed to a team fight anyway. And look at this, Magnus going to use the Eruption on the Ancients and probably should reach a Portal Key timing now.
I don't like that, though. I mean, he's just about level 11. He's going to be getting his Portal Key right here. He didn't need to use Eruption, honestly. He had Dr. Upholstery even to assist him. It would have taken a little bit longer, but now he has to wait 2 minutes before he has any chance of setting up an Eruption gank. I don't know. It just feels like it was almost unnecessary.
Yeah, that's a good point to make, actually. It could be costing them, especially if Sync Esports are looking to group up and push some towers here in the near future.
Yeah.
But I guess it's all right at the same time, because as long as you got the Portal Key, I mean, you're going to have the stun, and when you're in a defensive situation or when you're out running around on the map with a Veil Rod, for example, you're not going to have the time for the Veil or to launch your Eruption anyway. It's just going to be about that stun, more or less. Then you're going to have Dr. Pulse or Midas to follow you up.
Yeah. Top lane, Sync Esports, though, kind of grouping up here, it looks like. Brutalizer, by the way, just about finished. In fact, I think it is on Swiftblade. Yeah, going to be delivered right here. So KZU will have the Brutalizer. You got Parasite and Illuna assisting. Man, Insania on the Illuna, level 11. He's higher level than both the Rhapsody and the Magnus at this point. So obviously, again, that goes back to he's just a very active support. 4, 2, and 5 right here.
Yeah, he's only 30 gold per minute lower than Dr. Pulsar on the Hellborn side as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, or that's well played by Insane.
Yeah, it is. Good news for Sync, not so much for the other side in MRR. Silhouette, interesting pickup here. Goes the Warhammer. Now, if he was going Shield Breaker, he actually would be able to pick it up right here, so I assume it's not that.
BKB, I would assume.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that really comes to mind. I mean, Shield Breaker would be fun. It would definitely be one of those, like, all-in items, like we are behind, we need to turn it around somehow, let's go for this ballsy, greedy item.
Yeah.
But I don't think that A.R.M.S actually are that worried for their situation. Of course, they're worried, Sync Esports got a wonderful lead, but A.R.M.S, they still believe in Punk Bang and this Silhouette, farming at 440 gold per minute.
And, I mean, they can, though, right? So Silhouette is one of those carries that I'm not going to say can 1v5 by any means a team, like maybe a Malakin could, we've brought that up before, but he will keep the other team constantly, prevent them from pushing into the base because of the split push potential. I mean, we saw there's I forget the matchup, but it was Flensmeister for Sync Esports a while back, playing Silhouette. They were down by something like 15,000 golden experience, and they won the game simply because of Flens on Silhouette.
Yeah, it was versus
BMG. Was it? Okay.
Yeah, they had a lot of trouble dealing with Flensmeister's Silhouette, which he, by the way, showed earlier versus, what team was that in the tournament? Was it versus Recent Gaming where he pulled off like the 700 gold per minute Silhouette or something like that?
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, no, he's obviously very comfortable with it
but
too. So
seeing as Sync Esports are so comfortable running the Silhouette for their own, I mean, it also shows that they are very comfortable knowing what's strong versus Silhouette. And the Behemoth on the linear side, I mean, they drafted it afterwards the Silhouette, and it's just that shockwave of his. I mean, there's no way that Silhouette can swap out. And as long as you got that heavyweight, that third ability of yours maxed out, I mean, the stun is going to last for quite some time.
Yeah. Oh, action middle lane maybe. Nope, never mind. No one nearby for A.R.M.S, so in the end, Sync's just going to continue to farm more. Doctor does have the Shrunken finished.
Seems like Sync Esports are actually comfortable taking this into the late game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they should be, I guess, seeing as they got a Behemoth, but other than that, I mean, they don't have a Portal Key onto Slapped. They don't necessarily have anything against the Silhouette other than the Behemoth.
Oh, well, no, he gets dusted. Yeah, good reaction by Casey right there, realizing that his gank attempt was thwarted, so well played by A.R.M.S. Speaking of Slap, by the way, 3,900 gold saved up, so I have no clue really what he's planning to build here, to be honest.
Chipstick, possibly, maybe even the Demonic Breastplate. I don't see anyone else on his team to actually pick that item up.
Yeah.
I feel like he should go for it. I mean, usually it's Tankafet, the player that comes to mind for me when it comes to like these kind of Force heroes and the auras. He just loves to do that, but Slap definitely got that role in this game. There's nobody else to pick it up, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see the Demonic Breastplate. But at the same time, if you actually were to go for that, I mean, why doesn't they already have that Bulwark?
Yeah, that's true, yeah. So 4,000 gold, again, it's kind of getting to a point where even, especially with an open inventory slot, you might as well buy something.
It wouldn't be the worst idea to actually go or take a card from Team Disband's book and just go for that Assassin's Shroud instead. to deal with the
Pinky
silhouette.
Crudy, yeah. That's an interesting build right there. But yeah, it does work for him. Ooh, silhouette. She might be in some trouble, but man, she felt something there. She felt something and was ultimately able to get away before it jumped. But here at the top lane, it's still not over. Yep, A.R.M.S. Opens up the shockwave. It didn't stun Midas, though. And he's going to be able to turn around with the transmute. Rhapsody here as well. Disco Inferno down. But Midas will get taken out by the Swift Slashes. And now Rhapsody, look at even the crit coming out.
Oh, look at Fence by the way. He's initiating during the Doctor Repulsor.
Wow, he is all the way down here. He 3 shots at Doctor. He says sayonara. Nothing Silhouette can do to stop that. Sync Esports, 3 kills just like that at different areas.
Yeah, and even though A.R.M.S has been picking up that Polky on the Magnus, they just haven't been able to do anything about it. Like, there's just no way that they can pick up anyone from Sync Esports side. And it just comes down to Insania just placing his wards at beautiful locations, having constant map control at all times. I almost feel like they need to prioritize a Boundai if you're on the Hellborn team right now.
This is ridiculous. I mean, 17,000 gold lead and experience lead right now for Sync Esports. It honestly doesn't even feel like it's been that big of a lead or dominating by Sync Esports, but they are. I mean, they are in total control of this game at this time.
Wait.
And yeah, I saw that too. What, did he sell it? I think, no.
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
He's got a gold back.
Okay, so yeah, maybe a little bit of miscommunication there.
He's like, team, I got my Astro, and Slap like, no.
Yeah.
Don't go for that, and then he sold it.
How about Slap, by the way? He ends up going the Hellflower in the end. That's not a usual item on Parasite, but...
I mean, it's all right. I mean, the item, of course, is very good in itself, but usually you want to combine the Hellflower with the Polky, so usually you go for the Polky first, and then the Hellflower. Of course, it ups the item a lot more. But yeah, if he can find a Wild Hunter, of course, it's still going to be very useful. But other than that, he's going to have a little bit of trouble with mobility.
Oh, middle lane. And Sania actually got picked off right there, so getting a little too comfortable perhaps. But 070 playing the Midas ultimately gets credit for the kill, so well played. And he'll have to wait for that resurrection. But yeah, Dr. Repulsor's presence has been not a whole lot. In fact, that is his, or he didn't even get the kill right there. But yeah, he's 1, 5, and 6 is Chitta1 on that Doctor. So clearly not his game. It's they're all in on this Punk Bang, man. And that goes back to the silhouette here.
Oh, look at this, by the way. They're looking for a Slap. They're going to stun in. Are they going to find him? Yes, they are.
There's the Skeleton King that he's getting. He's going to take some damage with that first. He throws up the face. Like, stop the eruption. He gets the kill before he goes down. Well played there, at least by Slap. Taking somebody with him. I mean, all 5 up there, so.
That's a lot of time invested into 1 kill. And well played by Slap getting the return kill, but that was sloppy by God Tessa. Like, everyone, like you said, 5 people up there, they would have had that kill no matter what.
Why even channel the eruption?
Yeah.
That seemed a little silly, definitely. Uh-oh. That's a fake, though, so. Okay, gonna be fine. I love this, though, the bound eye on Puppet Master. He's, I don't know if he got that from a kill, actually, or if they just made the decision to give it to him here, but of course
I would have assumed that Insania bought it. I have not seen A.R.M.S pick it up at least.
Okay, but yeah, of course Magma Steam Bath can help against that, and of course in general with the counter wards, a powerful tool.
Yeah,
so.
BKB, by the way, is up and running on to Punk Bang. He's got a quick brand as well, so I would assume that indicates that he's going for the Firebrand. Could be a Nullfire Blade as well. I'm not necessarily sure if it's going to prevent too much from the Legion side, though. Here we go, initiation once again.
That was big time. In comes Mickey, but they get the quick cut on Luna. Mickey's dropping quickly as well. He will fall to Doctor. Protectability in the background helps save Midas. There's still fight going on, it looks like. Maybe not. So, I'm pretty sure Sync was intending that to happen, especially with him getting picked up earlier. But even with the quick reaction from Mickey, it did not matter.
Yeah, it was really well played by A.R.M.S. They just activated the BKBs almost instantly, so even though they got hit by the shockwave, the other ones were just able to come in and just pick them off easy. Midas combo, by the way, was really well played as well, or really well placed.
You know, we do talk about that a lot of the times where going into a fight, it seems like players might be a little bit delayed on using Shrunken Heads. They wait for almost stuns to happen before they use it. Yeah, that's an example right there of why you should use it as you're entering a fight, because you never know, especially in this case, if a Behemoth is nearby, if Assassin Shroud Puppet Master is nearby, Parasite, you know, the list goes on, of course. So, love the idea of using the Shrunken and then going in from Chitta1 right there.
And I really feel like those kills meant a lot more for mentality for this Hellborn team than it did for them on paper. Because, I mean, that shows that they are still in this game. I mean, they can get those kind of pickoffs. And even though they had a 16k goal lead, it's dropping down to 14k now. And the map control, once again, is about to get black for Sync side.
Yeah. See Silhouette kind of pushing up with the illusion a little bit, but Slap taking care of that. Quickly kills it off. Obviously, there's a Hellflower once again. As we mentioned earlier, you got Punk Peng, the Firebrand finish. Midas going the Shrunken Head route. Well, I always find that kind of a funky item on a hero like a Midas, you know, where because it's just the idea that it's not that it's bad, it's just you're spent 3,900 gold on that instead of, we'll say something like a Sheep Stick or more so like a Hellflower even, so.
Yeah, especially when there's a lot of heroes in the Legion team that are relying on the physical damage as well. I mean, Puppet Master, of course, is going to deal a lot of physical damage in the late game, and so is Swiftblade, who now has a Brutalizer, Elder Parasite, and that Wing Bow coming up in the near future. So the BKBs are not going to be too helpful, especially not for a Midas. I would have preferred to see him go for like a Sheep Stick or maybe even a Hellflower of his own.
I saw a lot of that Hell Cannon and Ballista interaction with Parasite yesterday, but Silhouette kills it off pretty quickly as Slap forced to get away. But oh, look what Sync's doing. They're like, you know what, you distract over there.
Oh, there's
we'll
the dust. Spin is going to come up from Chaos as well. He's already used the spin. This could.
Yeah, they're not going in though. Oh, even a Shrunken up it. Wow, they really were expecting to fight. But as we saw on the minimap, I mean, it really wasn't going to be happening. MRR just was not in position. They were just pushing the top. That was only Magnus nearby, so yeah, not worth the risk. And ultimately, easy conquer kill for them. By the way, Puppet Master now not only has a token, but he went Kenjiro. He finishes that first.
All right.
Interesting choice, yeah.
I assume that might have been because of the Bandai effects or the token effects, that he wanted a token instead, and he was just like, I don't have another item slot, but I personally don't like that.
No?
I mean, it's just... As such a Shroud, I mean, all you need with Puppet Master is to just get in there and use your spells off. Then you're fine. You're good to go. Then it's all about the damage that you can put up on the Puppet.
Yeah.
Of course, you can use the Shroud once more. You can get a crit with your Whiplash on the Puppet, and that is going to deal a lot of damage. But I don't know. I would have preferred to see like a Hellflower or something like that, so that when he actually finds the Doctor Repulsor, and he can just get the Puppet Show off, and then he can follow it up with a Hellflower as well.
Oh, they also have Swiftblade being played by Casey, of course. He has a Dancing Blade here now. So a Wing Bow most likely going to be in the works for him right here. And that's going to be a nice follow-up to already
the Veiled Rot versus the Veiled Rot up here. Magnus, oh my god, that was... Mickey actually got revealed by the Magnus, who was he just activated the Veiled Rot, but the countdown, or I mean, it takes a few seconds before it's actually activated. Yeah, so Magnus got into the Veiled Rot after Behemoth was revealed.
He's like, wait a second, somebody should be here because I got revealed, but... Obviously, that's what happened. So kind of confusing him a little bit, perhaps, but ultimately Magnus going to be fine. But it looks like Sync's very interested in pushing here.
Yeah, this should be. I think it's time. I don't think they should delay this anymore or any longer. They got a token now on Puppet Master as well. So where do you go if you're MMR here? I'm not entirely sure. Who do you focus? I feel like Behemoth should be the focus fire.
They're going to go all out on the Puppet Master start off. Remember, he has a token, so they get the quick kill. But can they respond right here? Punk Peng, media Shrunken Head from Flensmeister. Well played. He doesn't get off that Shrunken, different story.
Yeah, now they need to focus the Behemoth though, because now all BKBs are down, so they cannot let Mickey hit a level 3 Shockwave ultimate on top of them.
Oh yeah.
And look at the ward, by the way, by Insania. It is spotted though by the Word of Revelation, but so far they're just too scared to actually counter it. They know for a fact that Behemoth can jump whenever.
Yeah, it's one of those games. It's like the awkward situation. It's like, you want to counter ward, but you know obviously that ward gives them the vision to see you doing the counter warding. So it's definitely a little scary, but they realize now Sync has fallen back. So they get the counter ward successful, and they ultimately save any kind of racks from being pushed in. But the tower's dead, so.
Still, that's a token, and Sync Esports is going to have to wait another 8 minutes or so until next one spawns.
Yeah. Probably going to be doing that, of course, just to be on the safe side. So
yeah, and the map control is really not that great for either team. MRR got a little bit of wards up here at the top lane, so they got a little bit of an idea where Sync is. They're actually got a ward of Revelation here, going to spot Puppet Master at the observatory as well. So that's a really sweet little usage of the word of Revelation, just covering these small juke spots.
Wingbow finished on Swiftblade, top lane. Now this could backfire. Puppet Master needs to be careful. Uh-oh. He's going to open on a Rhapsody, but there's a lot of Hellborn teams here. They get the quick kill on a Rhapsody, but at what cost now? Magnus, the face bump, or face... Well, anyways, it stops the eruption right there. You get the point. Magnus goes down. Behemoth in the background. The Shockwave gets cut a Doctor, but he'll fall shortly after. So a lot of exchanging going on. A 3 for 2.
Oh, in comes Swiftblade.
In favor of MRR, but yeah, Swiftblade now in pursuit. He still has Swift Slashes.
I really feel like Swiftblade, though, I mean, his item build it's all right and all, but I feel like he's not going to be able to have too much of an impact in this game anyways, because there are just so many heroes that just prevent or jump away from his ultimate. I mean, Midas got the option, Silhouette got the option, Doctor got the option, Magnus can easily steam back for his Lava Surge out, so I'm not entirely sure if Kiss is actually going to have the time to actually pound out those out attacks.
Yeah. Well, in the end, both him and Puppet Master did survive, so I think definitely Sync
Here we
Esports
go, by the way,
happy
Punk
about
Punk
that.
jumping in with a wing bow, it's dealing or it's deflecting so much damage.
Yeah. You need to be careful with that, so he swaps in and ultimately gets away safely, but no, he comes right back in. Again, that's the good power of Silhouette right here. What helps make her the strong counter pusher, especially that she is. So, Puppet Master, what did he just buy? Slayer, I think? Okay, so Savage Mace is going to be in the works for Flensmeister now.
Yeah, I would
Who's
assume
next
that
here?
there is a wing bow going to be finished up on Silhouette in the near future, so that's just a nice heads up by Flensmeister.
Yeah. Might as well prepare for it ahead of time. Dr. Repulsor, 3,200 gold saved up on Chidowan here. Remember the shrunken head choice on him. A little bit, curious about that one, but it's been nice, as mentioned against Behemoth earlier. Middle lane. Okay, I thought he might have been going for a kill.
Slap just picked up a pull key on his own, by the way. So that's a really nice tool now. He can jump in and Hellflower a target before they get the big beast off. That's going to be such a dangerous combination between him and Mickey.
Yeah.
And even Swiftblade, actually. I just talked about that. He's not going to be able to get his Swift Flashes up. But with that Hellflower, with Slap's help, he's actually going to be able to pull it off.
Got post-haste on Midas here, 07T. Getting that post-haste build. It seems like that's become more of a popular trend on Midas.
Yeah, they're going to find a ward, but there goes the
Oh my gosh, I
Shockwave.
love how he just opens with that shockwave, but he does get counter-stunned. Midas ultimately going to escape initially. There's the pull in from Dr. Repulsor. Behemoth goes down, but Swiftplay, the spin, and Puppet
But look
Master
at
on top of
Pong
that
at the same
gets
time.
the
I mean,
kill.
he's backdooring. He's taking this defensive tower.
Yeah. Again, Silhouette doing what she does best, keeping them distracted elsewhere. And they do have to fall back and ultimately defend that. So, in a lot of cases with a pickoff on a doctor like that, you may see the team try to maybe
And look
push
at
in.
Pong,
but-
he's not done. He's going to pound even more out attacks onto the tier 2 tower in the mid before swapping up to his real self up in the top lane once again. I mean, he is just this hero. I mean, he is so comfortable with this. And look at Flensmeister, by the way, at the bottom. He's going to activate the BKB.
Going on a Rhapsody, that's a free kill. 3 shots later.
That was really, really well played by Flensmeister, by the way. He ran straight in, Midas came up, he had a bound die, he throwed out the combo, but Flensmeister reacted too fast and got the BKB off before the combo hit.
Yeah. Doing too much work. So Midas, he's feeling a little comfortable still farming the bottom lane. He has a bound die.
His
as well as
item
knowing
build,
that
though,
we
I
know
do
it.
not agree with this whatsoever. First of all,
that,
it's
Midas?
like, yeah, the
Okay.
Midas. Like, the BKB is such a defensive item, and then it gets the post-haste as well. I just don't feel like it's going to be too successful. Like, he can follow up with the Silhouette's pushes and help him out, aid him, just backdoor, but I feel like the BKB was a little bit of an overkill.
I agree. I mean, this almost feels, it's an evasive strategy, like the idea that, with all the shrunken heads and, a hero like Midas, usually getting items like the Portal Key, the Sheepstick, being extra aggressive with it. A Dr. Repulsor, of course, a hero that's known for going in, getting picks and whatnot. But they built it very defensively
Look up here at the top lane, by the way, Flensmeister is the eruption, it's gonna go off!
Yeah, there comes the eruption, coming right to the time. He got the shrunk. No, he didn't get the shrunken off, and he ends up exploding. I thought he cut it off for a second.
It was
but
Midas who jumped in on top and just activated his big B for some reason. I guess he was afraid that Binky might be behind with that Behemoth, and that was something that we pointed out earlier as well, like, better be safe than sorry with that big B.
Yep, so ultimately he gets the kill on a Flensmeister, and any kill on Flens at this point of the game, a big kill, no doubt, for MRR. So 552 gold per minute for Punk Ping now, by the way. He is literally putting his team on his back, trying to carry them at this time.
So far, he's actually doing a fantastic job by doing so. Like, Sync Esports, they are actually dropping in gold per minute lead. Like, they were up at 16k, and I mean, even if it's quite steady and close by, I mean, they're not increasing it at least, and that's a good thing for MMR. And look at the top lane, Mika is in trouble.
Yeah, well, kinda. The Silhouette flying in as actually Parasite though, but...
Yeah, why did the Silhouette initiate that? Magnus and Midas was just running over with their stuns and their pull keys, and he was just like, hey, I'm gonna jump in and just let Mika know that we're here.
Yeah, bottom lane, they jump Dr. Repulsor. Can he press R in time? Yes, he can. Swift Slashes goes off. And down goes Doctor. So good find there by Gage. Good patience. Top one in the meantime. The Shockwave going off. Trying to get a kill on a Silhouette. It looks like this would be a big one. About to protect the Melody. Gonna save the day. Now Behemoth will fall on Parasite. He's gonna try to infest the Heavy Ballista. Is successful with that. But now the chase is on to him. Swiftblade and Aluna pouring in. Aluna gets hit as well by Magnus. Down goes Aluna. Down goes Parasite. And the Bound Eye drops on top of that. MRR. Hold your horses. They are definitely in this game now.
There's only one buyback on Behemoth, so they could potentially pick up a little bit pace and deal some damage to the defensive tower, but they're just gonna head back. They're gonna secure the map vision instead. They're gonna find yet another ward from Kiezo placed here, and this is definitely hitting Sync mentally now.
Yeah.
Like, they are going to be afraid. They had such a confident lead, but for some reason they just fell back. They were confident in actually taking it to the late game, but M.R.R, they're such an offensive team, and look at Silhouette. He's gonna get a tier 2 tower in the mid. There's nothing Switchblade can do versus this hero.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, again, that's just the hero. That's not only just the hero, but the hero in the right hands. There's very few players that can play a hero like Silhouette at this skill cap. She arguably is one of the highest skill cap heroes in the game, and we are seeing arguably the best player at it right now in the world. So, Punk paying 7,000 gold saved up here. You mentioned the idea of a wing bow earlier. I mean, he knows he's going up against a Savage Mace already. Do you think that could maybe change the decision?
Yeah, I think it could. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually were to go for a Savage Mace or something like that instead, just to get a true damage for the buildings, just keep the counter pushing up and running non-stop. Look at Insane, by the way, at the bottom. Never mind.
What does he do? He's like, okay, I'm gonna stun you.
Look at that damage on the tier 2 tower. And Slap is actually gonna head down here. He's gonna pour it down. So is Mickey.
Yep, so they get the resources used.
Oh, and look at the forest. Magnus.
Silhouette over here. Oh, up here, yeah, Magnus. He has caught Void Talisman being used, but it doesn't matter in the end. The Whiplash proc ultimately gets him killed. So
look at Silhouette though. He's doing the same thing once more. What do you do to stop this?
I think that's the question that we're still trying to have answered 5 years later since the hero's been introduced. No.
Look at the Congo, by the way. They're going to go for this. Magnus is dead for 40 seconds. Does he have a buyback? No, he does not. This is the bananas as well, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the third Congo kill. You're right.
But look at Poopang, by the way. He's still keeping the pressure up.
Yeah.
Slap is down here, trying to defend. But you know, he can swap out to his original self, and then it's a 4 versus 4 once again at the Congo pit. So I'm not sure if Slap is actually making the right decision running back here.
Well, Sync's pretty comfortable, though. Yeah, they had the wards down, they had the good vision, and once again, they get the Conquer kill now. Okay, they will pick up bananas, I was going to say, especially in a situation like this. I'd be surprised if they panicked and almost forgot, but no, picked up by Switchblade. Again, another token on Puppet Master now.
I'm not sure if they're going to be able to break base, though. They got a token of life, but look at the buyback status over at the Helmore side. Silhouette got 2, and they're going to fight
Flensmeister, but he got the Shrunken Head off. Dr. Repulsor wanted Behemoth instead. They'll get, no, the Void Talisman, he's still alive. The stomp, he actually has a shockwave, he gets it off. He won't fall in the end, but now Silhouette dropping low. Silhouette will go down. Mickey, the Void Talisman pickup proved to be huge right there, actually.
And Silhouette or Dr. Repulsor still in trouble on the other side of the map.
There is a buyback on Silhouette, 7,600 gold, by the way. That kind of makes you scratch your head a little bit. Why the hell does he not have an item, honestly, when he's dead? But anyways, they're going to push into the base right here. Eruption being channeled. Level 2, going to get the jump on Casey, the transmute follow-up, and down he goes. The Silhouette buyback successful, but Midas will fall. Puppet Master and Parasite still here. You do see Silhouette, though, putting in the good auto attacks. Puppet Master needs to be wary of that. Life still helping a little bit. Token also will help.
Oh, nice pull key.
But yeah, he's going to stay alive. It looks like
Dr.
Silhouette
is back
now.
in the game now as well. He's close to a sheepstick as well. He can fly out. I mean, I feel like M.R.R. almost should be able to take this fight.
Oh,
yeah, they're going to fly in.
Yeah, there you go. Parasite, can he infest in time? No, he cannot.
That was really great by Sync. Only 3 people alive, and they looked at the minimum. Oh, wait, Silhouette?
That's a real Silhouette. Oh, my God. Will they actually get the kill? Yes, they will. Wow. He survives. And that's because of the puppet show right there.
Well played by Insania, landing that stun in the start, just setting it up, and Flensmeister following it up. Most people would have been like so afraid. I mean, we just lost Slap, or we just lost the Parasite, just retreat. But they standing ground and get a kill on the hard carry once again.
So going back to that fight, again, that started. First off, I will say this: Dr. Repulsor, he jumped Behemoth. He chose to jump Behemoth in the background instead of Puppet Master, and I think that might have been a mistake.
That was a big mistake. I agree with you, 100%. Like, I don't know why they want to focus Behemoth. I was all about focusing the Behemoth before they got the BKBs, but now they got 3 BKBs, and yeah, sure. I mean, the BKB timing is down to like 5 seconds for all of them, but that's still enough to pick up 1 hero.
Yeah.
Shockwave is gonna deal nothing, and even went for the defensive item in the Void Talisman. That might have been something that picked them or got them caught off guard a little bit, because I feel like it could have potentially picked them up before he got the Shockwave and the stun off, if that weren't the case. But still, yeah, Puppet Master, that would have been a free kill.
It very likely would have been, because that would have been a catch before he was able to get the Shrunken Head off, and definitely that could have resulted in the kill. So if Puppet Master dies there right off the bat, you know, that fight could be completely different, but obviously wasn't the case. The choice is perhaps not the strongest there for M.R.R, and ultimately Sync Esports pretty good after that fight. Yeah, they maybe overextended a little bit there, but they still have a lead. They still have a 12,000 gold lead, 12,000 experience lead. Puppet Master now a similar age, by the way. Somebody else
they still got a token, and Swiftfoot still got bananas.
Yeah.
There's a sheepstick to Dr. Bolster. That's what they need to be afraid of right now.
Yeah, Silhouette also, he had over 7,500 gold that last fight too, remember. He actually did spend it now. He goes a full Genjiro, actually. So doesn't kill the wing.
Wait, he just gave up his buyback.
Oh, yeah, he did, but will it work out right here? Puppet Master taking the burst, protect him out in the background. Going to be stopped immediately with the face, knocking that shockwave on top of that. And back up comes Flensmeister. Down goes Doctor, down goes Rhapsody. Silhouette will fall. No buyback, as you just mentioned. And that could actually do it.
I think that's the game. I think Sync is going to take game number 1.
GG, well played. Sync Esports take game number 1 over MRR here in this best of 3 series. Winner bracket final. So still a lot of work to do here throughout the day, but that's got to be a good boost of confidence for Sync Esports. You see the hugs and the love given out there from Sync. MRR, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure it out, but Punk Bang, hey, he did his best to carry that game, and it looked like for a little bit there that could have been the case.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
not enough in the end.
I feel like if they would have just focused about Master in the end, then he wouldn't have had that symbol of rage timing. He wouldn't have been able to pull it off. And if they would just get the token, I think Esport wouldn't have had the confidence to actually push into the base once again. But yeah, some sloppy mistakes there in the end, I feel. Punk did a really great job though, so I think the Sync Esports are going to have a lot of respect coming into game 2, even though they won the first game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So they got to be feeling good, but we are going to go to a short break here, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously already a little bit delayed here as far as the start goes, so trying to get this fairly short, but stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2, Sync Esports versus Neolution Esports MRR coming up next.
Heroes of Newerth has been up to quite a bit in the past year. Check out what's new in Newerth. The Han design team has been hard at work, pushing our limits with new exciting hero designs. Parallax the Artificer, a slippery, fast-dashing, ranged intelligence hero with incredible late-game scaling. Deadlift the Necro Fury, a melee strength hero with the unique ability to bring his allies back to life. Calamity, Master of Hells, a ranged agility hero who dishes out damage with her ever-present dragons. Kain the Usurper, a melee strength hero who specializes in one-on-one encounters, excelling as a counterpick to other carries. In addition to our design team's latest innovative hero designs, experience Han's evolved gameplay with these unique new game maps and modes. Capture the Flag, a classic game mode where speed and mobility reign supreme. Duplicate Heroes, a chaotic mode where doppelgangers and doubles collide in perfect harmony. The Grim Hunt, a mode that pits teams of players against each other while racing to loot powerful items from constructs that spawn across the map. Blitz Mode, a fast action mode with low cooldowns and spell costs. Now that you've seen the exciting new content in Newerth, what are you waiting for? Stop missing out on all the action. Head to www.heroesofnewerth.com/create to make a free account and start playing Han today.